What's up YouTube, Saf here on Super Saf TV. So as a lot of you will know, I was at the Motorola event yesterday where they revealed a few new devices, and their flagship device with the best specs was the Moto X Style, also known as the Moto X Pure. Now a lot of you have asked me, how does it compare to one of the top phones of 2015 so far, which is the Samsung Galaxy S6? Well, let's find out in this initial hands-on comparison. So starting off with the displays, both of these have Quad HD resolutions. However, the Moto X Style does have a much larger 5.7 inch screen compared to the 5.1 inches on the Samsung Galaxy S6. This gives the S6 a higher PPI of 577 versus 520 on the Moto X Style, but the larger display on the Moto X Style will give you more of an immersive viewing experience. First impressions, both have great screens, and I will have to spend some more time with the Moto X Style to decide which is better overall. You also have some key differences in build. The S6 has a metal frame with glass panels on the front and the back. It looks and feels very slick and premium, and is a nice comfortable size, but is pretty slippery in the hand. The Moto X Style looks very similar to the Nexus 6 and the Moto X 2014. You've got a metal band with a customizable back, which does give it more grip, and you have plenty of customizable options via the Moto Maker. You can choose from 18 different inlays and 7 different accents. The back is also slightly curved, giving it a more comfortable feel, but this device is large, quite a bit larger than the S6, and it definitely goes into the phablet category. Now moving on to the internals, both devices feature 3GB of RAM. However, the S6 has an Exynos octa-core processor, whereas the Moto X Style has the Snapdragon 808 with 6 cores. Now the S6 has been super fast and snappy in my experience. The Moto X Style, in the little time that I had it, did seem promising, and the Snapdragon 808 has been great on other devices such as the LG G4, but we'll have to do some more detailed speed tests when the device is out commercially. Both of these also run Android Lollipop 5.1.1, however the S6 does have more of a heavier skin with TouchWiz, whereas the Moto X Style is more near stock Android. For storage options, you have 16, 32 and 64GB versions on the Moto X, whereas you have 32, 64 and 128GB storage options on the S6. So larger storage options on the Samsung Galaxy S6. However, the Moto X Style does have the option of expandable storage up to 128GB. This is not available on the S6. Now moving on to the cameras, you have 16 megapixels on the S6 with optical image stabilization and an f1.9 aperture, compared to the 21 megapixels with no optical image stabilization and an f2.0 aperture on the Moto X Style. Now we will have to do a more detailed side-by-side comparison when the Moto X Style is out, but DxOMark has already rated the S6 higher, and the S6 has so far been one of the best cameras out this year. I have been hugely impressed with it so far, and you can see lots of examples of it on the channel compared to many other devices. For the front-facing cameras, you have 5 megapixels on both. However, the Moto X Style does have a front-facing flash, which should help you for those super low light situations. Looking at the batteries, you have a larger 3000 mAh battery on the Moto X Style compared to the 2550 mAh battery on the Samsung Galaxy S6. Usage will have to be seen after more extensive testing, but the S6 shouldn't really be too hard to beat, as recently it has been an area of criticism for most users. However, the Moto X Style is powering a larger screen, so we will have to see. Both of these do come with fast charging, which is absolutely great, and Motorola have claimed that they have the fastest charging available, faster than the Samsung Galaxy S6, which is already pretty fast. The S6 however does have wireless charging. This is something that's not available on the Moto X Style. In terms of the additional features, the S6 offers a fingerprint scanner. This is not available on the Moto X Style. It works great and is definitely useful. The Moto X Style however has dual front-facing speakers, so it's going to give you much better sound compared to the single bottom-facing speaker of the Samsung Galaxy S6. Now finally, looking at the pricing, the Moto X Style will be coming in much cheaper compared to the Samsung Galaxy S6, starting at just $399 or £369 off contract in September. Now the S6 price is dropping and may come down some more towards this time, but I doubt it will be this low. So in terms of affordability, the Moto X Style definitely does get the edge. So there we have it, a quick initial hands-on comparison between the Moto X Style and the Samsung Galaxy S6. Now more of a detailed comparison, including a Super Saf style camera comparison, will be on the channel when the Moto X is out commercially. So if you do want to see that first, then make sure you have subscribed to the channel. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, then please do hit that thumbs up button for me. It really does help me out. Which do you like better? Do drop me a comment below and let me know as well. If you want to see my previous related video, that will be linked here in an annotation or in the description below. Thanks for watching. This is Saf on Super Saf TV, and I'll see you next time.